Hello everybody, I'm glad you're here today. Today is August 5th, 2026. This video is going to be jam-packed with stuff, so hang on. We're going for a ride. I'm going to bring you a dream that Taylor had in 2025. We're going to talk about the water cyber attacks, and hopefully we'll have time to read out of the Bible. Those are the things going on. This is what canning green beans looks like. I'm on my third batch. It's only like 12:30. I've been booking it in there. Taylor snapped all the green beans from our garden yesterday, and now today is canning. So I say we, when I say we, it's like me and the dog, okay? Me and Chloe are booking it in the kitchen today. Okay, let's go straight to the water attacks. Y'all, cyber attacks on water systems are not new. The reason I know this is because a town not far from me called Muleshoe, Texas, in the panhandle of Texas, was attacked in January of 2024 by a Russian hacker group. This is a small country town, Muleshoe, all right? That speaks volumes, okay? It has stuff, okay? It has a hospital, it has a clinic, it has professional things. I mean, honestly, it has restaurants. I would go shopping. It has nice grocery stores. So, I mean, it's not just as as nothing as the town I live in, but I'm just saying they did not have the kind of a robust security system on their water system, and so they were an easy target. And it was like, to me, I think it was kind of like a dry run to what's going now. 12 states whose water systems have been attacked. I don't know all the details. I don't even know all the states. I don't even know why they're being so quiet, in my opinion. Maybe they're not. Maybe I'm just not looking at the right things. Somebody said it was like a psychological warfare thing. It's just, maybe they want us to look over here while everything else is falling to pieces over there. I don't know. What I know is that for me personally, and you've got to decide for yourself, but for me personally, I'm just ever so slightly beefing up my water storage. Like I talked about it in yesterday's video, you can store water in lots of different containers. If you're on city water, it's already treated. But do your homework anyway, y'all. I went ahead, I have a big reveal, y'all. I went ahead last night and got some of this from Walmart. I wonder if it's going to be I wonder if it's going to be out of stock soon. I didn't know. If this spreads into more and more and more states, and if there is a momentum of panic that comes with it, then I think what's in this package is going to run out soon. They're going to run out of stock. What I got was potable aqua. It's water treatment tablets. Now, yes, I have a Berkey water filter. I actually have two with the Berkey filters in it. So I feel pretty good about my filtration system. Obviously, a way to boil water, stuff like that. But I went ahead and got this. I don't know. There was just something in me last night that was like, I'm going to get some of these. Now, I've never used them. I've never used them. These were like $9, $8 at Walmart for like 100. There's 50 tablets in each. Is that right? 50 tablets in each bottle. 50 tablets. Potable. I don't know if there's 50 in two. I don't know, y'all. Can't see nothing. This print is too small. Anyway, so yeah, it treats up to 25 quarts. I got two of these. Now, will I need them? Probably not. Will somebody else need them? Maybe. That's why I got them. Heck, if they attack the town that's my neighbor down there, like I know people in that town whose water system was attacked by the Russians. Right, like that, to me, that's right in my backyard, y'all. It is. It is right, literally right in I mean, Mike and I go out to eat there nearly every week, all right? It takes 20, 25 minutes to get there. So, hey, if the Russians know where that place is, then I'm not far from it. So you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be getting some of this, because if they don't have water, guess where I mean, they may be coming up to my house. So you never know. You never know. So anyway, I got some of those. You do what you need to do, but just letting you know, do your research and figure out what's going to work best for you, if anything at all. And maybe some of you go, well, that's stupid. That's fine. You do you. I'm going to do me, and just throwing it out there. Y'all can do with that what you want to. Now, I have put off bringing this dream to you. The first time Taylor dreamt it was June 29th, 2025. So it's been, over a year ago. It's about a Trump, somebody offing the president, okay? So that's why I was just so uncomfortable bringing this dream. Before I read it to you, I want to explain one part of it. When she refers to my blueberry was with me, that's what she called her very first car. It was oh gosh, what's the name of it? It was the Toyota version, the very lowest level of Toyota, very cheapest Toyota vehicle. And she drove it in college. She drove it. We bought it, and then when she graduated from college, we gave it to her. So, but I mean, she drove it all through college. So, anyway, I want you to know that. But we're going to go ahead and at 7 minutes, we're going to go ahead and start this dream. All right. So we're done talking about the water. Y'all need to go with that the way you want to. Let's talk about this dream. And I'm sincerely asking you, what do you think it means? And has it already come to pass? Parts of it have, in my opinion. Here we go. Sorry, y'all. I'm so thirsty. Okay. June 29th, 2025. I dreamt I was at Lubbock Christian University homecoming. I was in the middle of this giant field next to some stacked hay bales. I looked up and saw Trump's plane, the dark blue one that says Trump on the side, but it was big, almost like a Zeppelin. Surely that's not Trump visiting, I said. There was a guy behind me that was sort of this guy named Ethan from my trip to Peru. That was, but it kind of wasn't him, but it kind of was him. Young guy. And so he was so there was a guy behind me that was sort of like this guy Ethan from my trip, but kind of not. On the side of the plane was not the word Trump, but Bush. The plane came low to the ground, flipped upside down, and landed, all on purpose. I watched, expecting Vance or someone else, but was surprised when Trump walked out of the plane. He was all alone, and I thought, where are the security guards? Immediately, shots, multiple, rang out. I ducked behind the hay bales, bringing Ethan down with me. I felt a bullet graze my neck. I thought I'd been shot, but I looked. It had hit Ethan in the neck. But there wasn't any blood. I thought, we have to get an ambulance. I picked him up and started running. I had this walkie-talkie thing. I called Mom first. She was okay. I said, is he dead? Talking about you know who. And she said, yeah, he's dead. Trump is who I'm talking about. Then I called this guy, Andrew, and he was fine. Then I called Dakota, and he was fine. As I was running, this subway pulled up. They were shiny black cars. Everyone started running towards them with their wounded. I couldn't get on because of the crowd. I felt something was off, almost like if you got on this train, you would be killed. So, still holding Ethan, I ran away trying to find a real ambulance. I saw some, but they sped past. I went in this building and tried to hide from the men from the black train. I knew if they found us, they would kill us. I hid in this laundry room. My blueberry, the car, was in the room, and I hid it under some laundry. Uh, I was hoping when they left we could escape. Um, so I think hid him under some laundry. I was hoping when they left we could escape. Ethan wouldn't stay still because he was in so much pain. And that was the end. She had this dream on June 29th, 2025. On September 10th, 2025, a couple of months later, there was an assassination of Charlie Kirk, who got shot in the neck on a college campus. I think some of the interpretation, and I cannot interpret every element of this dream, but when September 10th came and went, Taylor and I looked at each other and went, "That's that dream you had," because of the shooting in the neck. So here's my take on it. I think overall, there is a sense of being okay, even if the wounded, even if we're treating the wounded in times of trouble. I don't know if this, to me, when when it's on a college campus, I think that's the Kirk thing. Uh, when she saw the plane, it wasn't the one. It said Bush on the side, not Trump, which makes me think it was somebody that was in that mindset, like another president, but not the president. And Charlie Kirk was very much the ideology of the president, but not the president. I think that's the parallel there. I don't know why it was as big as a Zeppelin. I don't know why it turned over and landed upside down, other than things are not what they seem. Things are not right. This is what's about to happen, is going to turn things upside down. I don't know if that's what that means. Is there, I sincerely ask this question, is there a threat on our president? Is this saying there is a major threat even to him, even though I think elements of this are pointing to Charlie Kirk's assassination? And honestly, it makes me nearly sick to my stomach to even be talking about this like this. She kept wondering where the security guards were, which I don't know. I think that's, whatever it is, unexpected, not prepared, not safe, those kinds of thoughts. Now, the black subway that's dangerous, I just think things are going to be so, you have to be careful which way you go. You have to be careful who you trust. Things are not going to be, because that plane landed upside down, things are not going to be the way you think they should be or the way they used to be. Um, so when she hid in the building, her the old laundry, I have always heard our country referred to as, we're not the greatest country, but we're the cleanest shirt in a pile of dirty laundry. I've always heard America described that way recently, or in the last few years. So I don't know if that's what that means. I think the car is and it's blue. I think it represents her ministry is still there. It's still, that's her path. It's her out. It's her transportation. It's her, usually vehicles parallel to your ministry. Am I right in that? Um So, and blue, y'all, is that wisdom? Y'all remind me, what is blue? Or is it pastoral? Anyway, those are my questions to you. If someone, and I know y'all are very gifted, many of you are very gifted in interpretation. Once as I read through the comments, I'm seeking a good interpretation that goes with kind of what I'll read it to Taylor. She's the dreamer. She's going to have to call the shots on this, but when it comes to the interpretation, but I'll read it on the channel, and I'll just read this again and the channel. This is one of those dreams. This is one of several dreams that Taylor has had where we've gone, that's what's happening now. And the Lord speaks through her. He just does. And through her dreams. And so I don't read every single one on the channel, but I have read a lot of them. And if it's going to be a warning dream that will help you, I'll bring it to the channel. That one I just had to sit on for obviously over a year before I felt comfortable bringing it, because just things are too crazy right now. And even just last night, it came out that on Trump's golf course the last couple of days, they arrested someone who was prepared to take him out. So, I don't know, y'all. I just don't like it. Don't like it. All right, what time is it? Let's go into this. Actually, I'm not going to read this today. I'll save this for tomorrow's video. Whatever you need, because I don't want to rush through it. Whatever's going on with you in your world and your life, and I know we all have a ton of things going on. Man, I'm trying to get these green beans put up, right? Just remember, keep Jesus at the very center of everything you're doing. Walk the next step with him. He loves you. He died for you. He wants you to commit your life to him. Find out who he is. That's what the Bible's for, and that's what the children of God are for. Somebody else commented, and I thought this was a good comment, about baptism. They said anybody in the body, anybody can baptize. It doesn't have to be the preacher, and it doesn't have to be at the church building. You can become a Christian and be baptized in a bathtub, at home, just with your family, or just with one other person. Y'all, baptism is, there's no exact, we have examples, but there's all different kinds of ways people were baptized. I do believe immersion is the ideal way, the way that God intended baptism to happen. I think that for a lot of reasons, which I'm not going to go into right now. But y'all, a lot of times this just, anyway, you sort out how you need to sort it out. But it is true. The children of God have the authority of the Holy Spirit within them. I'm going to leave that with you. Stay safe, America. From the pantry, this is Gina Lima Charlie. I'm out.